righty. Okay.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That's all right. Got to double check. I've got to double check if there's food in my teeth and going live on YouTube.
I've got a bit of a double chin though.
How's it? How's it?
Double chin.
Stand
Does
up.
it
That's
work?
what I'm doing. I'm standing up on my
Yeah,
desk.
all of my chins. We're recording.
Hello and welcome to the Kilowatt Half Hour, a podcast about the world of EVs brought to you by the team at Electrifying.com.
Right, this week we're going to be discussing the big winners and losers from July's sales charts, plus the controversial Audi that we can finally talk about. Hurrah! We'll also be delving into the postbag to solve your problems and finding out what you thought of last week's episode. Welcome to the Kilowatt Half Hour. I am Nicola.
I'm Batch.
And I'm Mike.
Isn't that lovely? How are we, team? Everyone all right?
Yeah, good as gold.
Yeah.
Good as gold.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you back in your studios. Has the temperature reached a point where you can actually go back into your office now?
It's bearable now. Whereas, previous episodes, if you haven't listened, I've basically had to do it downstairs with a fan on my face because this room, because I've got a south-facing garden, so literally the sun just comes in this room and just makes it into a sauna. So it's been hell trying to record anything from here every time I try and do voiceovers and stuff. But we're back, babies. It's no longer a heat wave. We're feeling fabulous. Trying to think of what's been going on. I'm mostly driving a Compass at the moment. Yeah.
Well, like a car compass, or just one that's going to get you places. I mean, they both get you places, I suppose, don't they? But
I mean, they do either way. So my
why are
long-term
you in a
Jeep
Compass?
Avenger. Well,
Why
the
are you in a-
long-term Jeep Avenger, which I've got until November,
Yes.
flashed up about a month ago saying it was due a service. And then I was like, do I just leave that light on until November? Can't cope with that. So I emailed Jeep and I went, this is really going to annoy me. Can't cope with that. Can you bring it in for a service? We'll swap it with Summit. And they were like, have a Compass. I was like, yes, sure. And then it pulled up on the drive on Monday. And it is the boldest of bold colours in the history of Boldland. Batch, I don't know if you'd be able to find trousers to actually match this.
Well, it's
because
lime green.
It's
lime
lime
green.
green.
Yeah.
Have you got lime
Oh,
green?
come
trousers?
on. Don't you remember when we went on the Skoda L-Rock launch a year ago and I turned up in
I've seen
trousers
them
that I bought from Screwfix?
real life.
to match?
They were yellow. This is green. Can you get green ones?
Right. Oh, well, probably,
I don't think
possibly. In a secret drawer, I might have some. I don't know. But
We need to do a big wardrobe clear out in your ass.
I think, if a tennis ball and a highlighter pen had kids, it would be that colour. It would,
Basically,
it's that kind of,
yeah.
It's
Very subtle. So I'm
Very.
driving that at the moment. And do you know what? I
Yeah.
quite like it.
Yeah.
I quite like it.
it's a car that totally passed me by. I mean, I
It's-
just didn't know they really launched it. So,
Well, in the
have.
UK, that's the first one I've seen, is the
Yeah.
one that I've got on my drive. I did the abroad launch like months ago, took it for a drive, was like, this is very nice, it's very pleasant. Obviously, it's got the Stellantis battery, so I'm still struggling when it comes to trusting the battery. But it's a massive car. It's like 3008 size, Peugeot 3008 size, but it feels so big because I've just been in the Avenger, which is actually quite diddy. So now I'm sitting in that, I'm like, blimey, this thing's huge. And I've got
Do
to drive
you,
it into London later.
do you still get the weird indicator noises like the Avenger?
Not as good.
Ah,
Yeah, not as good.
that's a shame.
I know. I really like the indicator sounds in the Avenger. If you've never heard them, it's like, so good. And I've been saying, because I've been writing about because we do written stuff for long-term reviews. We write about it and then we do a video about it. And I am so determined to find the perfect song that would play with that beat in the background, but I need to try and find out the beats per minute of that indicator.
Ask ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT.
I don't want to use
it.
AI, Batch.
Yeah, AI
I can do
will
this
know.
without AI.
AI
Come
will
on.
know.
I used to work in radio. There's a way.
Fine,
I'll
live
figure it out.
our lives without AI. My
None
heart
of this
stinks when someone says,
ChatGPT crap.
I
None
looked
of
it up
that.
on ChatGPT. Oh, God. Just be hard on.
Sorry, I'm a convert. ChatGPT, everything. I mean,
No. I use it sometimes, like if it's just a quick question that Google's going to annoy me. So I'll just go ChatGPT and ask it a question. But not for work things. Absolutely
No.
not, Batch.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll let's move on from that because I'm starting to feel a bit uncomfortable.
Well, tell me what you've been driving.
Well, I haven't been driving anything electric this week, which I feel dreadful about because it's electrifying. But I have been sitting at my desk trawling through news for Electrifying.com writing some reviews for electrifying.com, so I don't feel too bad. But Mike has actually been driving a few bits, haven't you, Mike?
Yeah.
Is this your way of dodging the fact that you've actually just been driving a dirty diesel?
Yes. Thank you for highlighting that. I thought I'd skipped over that, but no.
Jenny's on holiday. We can say what we want. Don't worry.
I've been
about it.
driving a diesel pickup. I'm very sorry.
Boo,
Somebody has to. Somebody
the heat
has
wave
to.
Someone
is
has to.
entirely Batch's fault. Everybody.
Yeah.
So. Well, I've not. I've been driving electric, but I haven't driven a car. There you go.
Oh.
Two things. I have a Fiat Topolino in at the moment.
Oh my God, amazing. Amazing.
Which, yeah. I mean, it's quite an edge case, isn't it, for a Topolino and an Ami and all those quadricycles, in so much as, it is bang on 28 miles an hour when it stops.
Yeah.
You don't half realise how many people go above 30 miles an hour when you drive an Ami or a Topolino. Look, you see something in your rearview mirror, which is, again, it doesn't have one. It has these two tiny sort of circular ones on the Topolino, which look great but are hopeless. And then you look up again, there's invariably an Audi. I don't know why, sort of that far away from the back of you on a 30 mile an hour zone. So it's a lovely thing. I'm glad I live in a world where it exists. I'm not sure I'd have one. It's 5.4 kilowatt hour battery, 8 horsepower.
Yeah.
8.
And obviously, whenever you take that car anywhere, people ask you questions about it all the time. And so the usual ones are, what is it? How far does it go? How much does it cost to charge? I took it. We went for a walk last night, and we got out, and I said, "Oh, that's an interesting car." And he said, "How much does it cost to tax?" I thought, "Where's that come from? Why is that your first concern?" And I didn't have a clue, so I had to go home and look it up. But yeah, I mean, I look like I said, "Oh yeah, I've got it in for review," and he looked at me as if to say, "You don't know how much it costs to tax? Some reviewer you are."
What
I
was
wasn't
it in the end?
expecting that.
How much
I had
does
to
it
look
cost
up.
to tax?
It was £10 for first year.
Oh,
£10.
lovely.
£10. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
there you
I like the Topolino. It's funny, isn't it? I saw
I love it.
I saw an Ami the other day, and the poor person driving it was crawling along a dual carriageway, absolutely
You're
hating
joking.
life. But it was funny, isn't it? When that car came out, and I remember you and I, Nicola, we did the buggy launch together, didn't we?
yes.
And we all thought it was cute and everything, but I don't think time has been very good to the Ami. I just thought in that matte grey paintwork, it just looks a bit rubbish, whereas the Topolino
It's a
looks
nice colour.
so fun, doesn't it? It looks like an ice cream van, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit more quirky.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they've
does-
nailed the styling as well.
Yeah.
I love that Fiat 500-esque front end it's got. It looks super.
And I'm slightly disappointed it came with doors, because there's one in Mallorca which I see every time we go, and it's parked up in Palma, but it has the ropes.
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, that's what
It's
you
an
want.
option. I think I
Yeah.
would have wanted, especially in this weather, it would have been nice to have
Well,
ropes.
I remember when they revealed that car at the Lingotto rooftop Fiat factory, the famous Fiat factory.
Nice
And
for
the UK
fast
MD
factory.
did say that they were going to bring both versions over. And I looked at him in that kind of, really? You're going to be launching a car with ropes as doors? And obviously somebody else somebody obviously a lot more senior than me has said to him, you can't do that.
Well, you
But
can
I wish he
Yeah.
had, really.
You can spec it. It's actually an option. You can spec the ropes. You pay more for less if you want the ropes instead of the doors. As far as
Oh,
I
you
can work out
can?
from the Fiat site, I think it costs you about 200 quid to get
That
the
doesn't
ropes.
make any sense.
So you
No,
get
that's
more.
ridiculous.
I don't know if you
How
get
much
to
is
keep
a
the,
bit of
I
rope?
don't know if you get to keep the doors as well as that. I don't. So it's
What are you going to do with them?
it's not clear. It's just listed as an option. So whether they take the doors off and replace it with the rope, but you can have it if you want that. And I was going to ask for it, and I thought that sounds a bit prima donna-y, doesn't it? Asking just for ropes.
How long you got it for?
It goes back on Monday. So.
What else are you going to do with it? We've got a couple of days. What are you going to do?
Well,
Where are
this
you
is the
going to
thing.
go?
Well, I'm going to go anywhere where there's a 30 mile an hour zone, because I came back from running club on Monday, and I live in Weymouth, and they always have a big fireworks thing every Monday in August, which is too much information. But my usual route back was blocked, and it was just absolute gridlock with people parking up for the fireworks. So I thought I'll go the other way, and I'm pretty sure it's 30 mile an hour, this bit of road. And of course, I turned into it, the big 50 sign. I thought, oh,
Brilliant.
no. And
Yeah.
it's like a mile and a half
What
of
a
no
fun way to
junctions
die.
or anything. So the floor, absolutely, pedal all the way through the floor. And of course, you look up and there is about 30 cars behind me. So yeah, it's the worst feeling, isn't it? It's just
It's horrible.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised that you don't see more of them in London, I mean, London's a 20-mile-an-hour zone, the whole of London.
Yeah,
So why are
it
we
would
not
make
seeing? I mean, you
sense.
see them everywhere in like Monaco and places like that. But why are we not seeing them more in London?
Because they're buying Ioniq 9s and Range Rovers.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
So I've been driving that, and I've also been, but on the other end of the scale, also not a car, I've been riding a Honda WN7 electric motorbike, which is far more, well, not more fun, but just quite different. So that's 9.3 kilowatt hour battery, so twice the size of the battery almost, 67 horsepower, 85 miles of range. It is so quick. It's insane. It's 100 newton meters of torque, which is as much as their really sporty sports bikes have, and as much as a small petrol car has in a motorbike. So it's just brilliant. I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it.
When it comes to charging a bike, how does that work? Now,
this is the game changer with this, because most electric bikes, I see because I'm enthusiastic about this, have Type 2 connector. So you plug it in and, you kind of, it charges slowly. WN7 has CCS, and it's one of the few motorbikes that have CCS. So it's desperately slow. I think it charges at about 6 kilowatts. It's not that quick. But it's a tiny battery. So you're still at half an hour, 40 minutes from a 10 to 80%. But because you can do it CCS, it means you can rock up at motorway services or any kind of, you try and find a Type 2 connector anywhere that's working, in public. And and the thing is, you've got to take a cable with you. If you're using, you got to have, on a motorbike, there's not a lot of storage, and there's certainly not enough for a cable. So if you've got CCS, it is a bit of a game changer. I did try it. It works. It's a Honda. It's beautifully made. I was very sad to give that back. It's a really nice thing. So we need to get you on 2 wheels, Nicola.
We're doing it. We're working on it. We're waiting on blooming Ginny.
Waiting on Bucky.
Oh.
We had a date in the diary.
To this, right? This is what happened, Batch. We discussed this on a podcast, about a month ago, something like that. We discussed it. And I was like, yes, absolutely, sign me up. And then Ginny was like, yeah, me too. So then Mike was all over it, speaking to Honda, sorting out the dates. We got a date in the diary, and then suddenly that date didn't work for Ginny. So now we're still waiting to hear back from Ginny.
Of course.
It's one of those things they just think, I'm going to die before this happens. We've got to do it. I think we should just do it with you, to be honest.
I'm going to keep putting it in the diary, taking it out the diary, putting it in the diary, taking it out the diary, and then it's just never going to happen. I'm going to end up being like 76 when I get my bike license.
I'll do it with you. I think it'd be hilarious. I've never ridden a bike in my life.
My worry is, especially with you, Batch, because you're so fancy, you can't actually ride a motorbike side saddle. Don't know if you know that.
Oh, that is what a horrible thing to say. Side saddle.
Yeah, actually, that's going to be quite good, wouldn't it? I could see that happening.
I've actually nothing to say to that. It's the first time I've ever been speechless at an insult from Nicola Hume, but that was outrageous.
All right.
Anyway, I've rescinded that invitation of joining you on the bike thing. You can do it yourself. Look like an idiot yourself.
I won't look like an idiot. I'm going to look cool. Yeah, come on. Right, what else has been going on? Because I did see that up on our YouTube channel is finally the Audi A2 drive.
Oh yes,
about blooming time.
Yeah, we've alluded to this enough weeks. Batch.
Well, I think it's very easy to get overly excited about anything that's retro, isn't it? But genuinely, I am very, very excited about the A2 because it appears on initial impressions they are focusing on what made the first car great, isn't it? Which is around efficiency and kind of lightness and all this kind of stuff. And of course, it looks super as well, doesn't it? But interesting thing that Ginny said, or was it Vicky actually said to me, it's actually quite a large car.
It looks
because,
big.
Of course, the A2 was a small car, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But this is actually a bit of a...
I think it's too big.
Yeah. So I haven't seen it in the flesh yet, but from what I've seen so far, that it's going to be impressive if they make that a car efficient because it's a big boy.
Boy. To me, on paper, it doesn't look like an A2. It doesn't scream A2. And even when you think back to the A1, if they were to turn the A1 electric, you would think, oh, okay, perfect. Turn that into a little Renault 5 size. So then what would the A2 be? The A2 would be like a Polo, that kind of size maybe, but it looks so much bigger than that, and it just doesn't look right. It looks more sort of like it should be A5. I don't know. I always get confused because like paper sizes are different compared to Audi numbers. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. If you only just realised that.
A4 is bigger than A5.
So you think you should fold an Audi A4 in half, you should get an A5? Is that how it works?
Audi have had this naming structure for the past 35 years, and Nicola's only just worked it out.
I'm getting there. You've got to give me a minute.
I'm kind of slightly thinking it's slightly cynical marketing exercise because this is at the end of the day on an MEB platform. It is a Skoda Elrock, isn't it? Or a Volkswagen ID3 Neo. Let's be a bit more accurate about it. Underneath that, and I think all the kind of incremental gains that have been made to the motors and bits and pieces are inevitably going to be shared with every other car that's on that platform of that generation. So, I mean, had it been aluminium, had it been, like you say, a completely different size but it won't, because they've learnt their lesson. They lost a pot of money on the A2, and I love the A2, and I had one. But
the aluminium thing, you're right about the aluminium thing. But I think I do like the fact they are trying to do something a little bit different, because VW Group went through that phase of just like, the ID3 and the Born. I know the Born was couprified, but it was clearly an ID3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas the A2 doesn't look anything similar to a VW or a Skoda, does it?
Yeah.
Which I quite like that.
Yeah, I'll appreciate that. Yeah. Also up on our YouTube channel is the Denza, that one with 1,600 horsepower or whatever ridiculous number that is.
They all are, aren't they? They all are.
It's insane. But also, I'm glad she's on holiday, because I'm going to have a little mini rant here.
Oh, here we go.
I think Ginny could have had more fun in that video.
Oh,
come on, man.
It's funny for watching because she had to do it chaperoned, so she had to have someone with her. And despite Ginny saying to this lovely chap,
it was Peter, isn't it? I think his name was Peter.
Yeah, I think his name was Peter. I'm filming. I'm just going to do a few pieces to camera. As soon as she launched into any sentence about the ride and handling, he would chip in about something. It's on it, and it's lovely blue, isn't it? And there's only 6 of these around, and so she had to. Because I watched the long cut of it before it was kind of slashed down into sort of editable form. Yeah, and he's he kind of, I think he maybe a wannabe presenter, because he kept talking throughout.
Did she offer him a job, or no?
He'd do a better job than me, to be frank, on video. But he was, there wasn't a lot of material left towards the end, I think, to cut into that video. But I mean, it's a bonkers thing, isn't it? I mean, you almost lose reality, don't you, with 1,600 horsepower?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
I'd be sick, even driving myself. I'd throw up.
Yeah. Well, look, I made myself sick whilst driving an Alpine A390 GTS on the track, let alone driving a 1,600 horsepower supercar. I mean, I'd be unconscious, wouldn't I?
If she would have driven it hard enough, right, she could have made Peter sick. And then you get to the point, like sometimes when you feel really sick and you're like, I can't even talk. Yeah. We could have made Peter like that, and then she could have done all of her pieces to camera, and it would have been a much easier video to edit.
And I feel for it. He was doing a job, and his job was to kind of make people feel at ease and everything. But it was. We've had quieter passengers, haven't we?
I've had it a couple of times where you've had to, like, say we've been at like Millbrook or something, which is like a testing ground, and you've always got to have a chaperone sat in the back of the car, and like, so I'll always explain. I'll go, oh, by the way, I'm going to be talking to the camera. If you could just stay quiet, unless it's something mega that you're like, oh, this would be great if I mention this, then go for it. But there has been a couple of times where I think this is the problem when oh God, this is going to sound really tacky. When you're a good presenter,
right, yeah.
and you're talking to the camera, and it's like you're having a normal conversation, people can't differentiate between the two, and they just assume that they're being spoken to rather than you talking to the camera. I think that's where Ginny's thing has gone tits up, because she's just chatting to the camera, and he thinks she's talking to him.
And the camera is on the glass by him, so she's turning her head and talking to the camera.
Yeah,
and he's obviously thinking, "This is great. I never had this much chat in the car before," and he's answering her questions and things. Whereas, keeps forgetting she's talking straight to the camera. But
So what we've learned is Ginny needs to be a worse presenter.
yeah, take a lesson out of my book, or
Right.
Yeah.
And Batch. Yeah.
I wouldn't say Batch. I wouldn't dare.
We'll
I've
leave
seen
that
his-
for the next HR meeting.
I've seen it.
You can,
I've seen his
raise
numbers.
that with Ginny. I'm not. I thought it was a great video. Ginny, you did a wonderful job. I say that as I've just put my new invoice in, so hopefully she'll raise that.
Well done. What's going on news-wise then, Batch?
Well, it's been a bit of an important week in the car world because the latest registration figures have come out. Now, I know that sounds tedious and really, really dull. I know, but it is quite important because they were for July, and that's the first month of the second part of the year. And it looks like electric car sales are absolutely rocketing at the moment.
Yes.
So pretty much 1 in 4 every new car, 1 in 4 of those is an EV at the moment.
Wow.
So over 43,500 pure electric cars were sold last month. That was up from 29,000 in July 2025. And it gave pure electric cars a 27.4% share of the new car market, and cumulatively more than 336,000 pure electric cars have been registered so far this year, which accounts for a quarter of all new car sales. No prizes here for the car that is sitting right at the very top of
Renault 5.
Is it a Skywell?
The Renault 5.
It's got. It had to be the Renault 5.
The Renault 5. Yeah. Although it was around less than 200 units ahead of the Kia EV3. And get this, sitting very happy in third place with 1,291 units sold in July was the JQ E5, which I find a little bit surprising because I've not seen a JQ E5 on the road.
They're everywhere.
Really? But I just haven't seen them. Perhaps because I
just
keep
see the
thinking
sevens everywhere.
I see the sevens, but perhaps I just keep thinking they're Range Rovers. Perhaps there are no loads of JQ E5s around. I'm not entirely sure. But yes, that was followed up by the Skoda Enyaq, and sitting in fifth was the Vauxhall Frontera. So
that surprises me more than the JQ does. The Frontera, because I can't remember the last time I saw a Frontera.
Well,
I haven't seen one in the wild at all.
You see, I've seen loads of Fronteras.
There you go. This is the thing.
So, and that was partly because the Frontera for most of this year was one of the cheapest cars you could lease. I mean, you could get them for £125 a month through some brokers. It was insane. So, no surprise the Frontera is there for me. But yeah, Renault 5, what a surprise. Apparently, Renault have sold over 17,000 of them so far, which it's amazing, really. And that's
most
just
of them
the
in
Renault.
yellow as well. I see the yellow ones everywhere.
Yeah, and that's just the Renault. Don't forget, that's that's not the Alpine A290, which I've seen quite a lot of as well. So Renault are doing incredibly well at the moment. Speaking of Renaults, don't tell Nigel Farage this, but we've just welcomed 100 migrants from France. I should probably clarify that statement.
That was amazing.
because I've got to thank Mike for that. I didn't come up with that. Mike came up with that line off camera.
Right.
But the reason why we've welcomed 100 migrants from France, because Renault has shipped 100 new left-hand drive Twingos to the UK ahead of order books opening later this year. Now, it's a little bit of a contentious point, this, because the Twingo has been on sale in France for quite some time, and in Europe you can get hold of a Twingo, but in the UK it's been delayed. And so to keep the momentum going, to keep everybody happy, Renault has brought 100 of these left-hand drive cars over to dealerships. And so if you are interested in seeing the Twingo, the chances are your local Renault dealership will have a Twingo there, and you'll be able to have a good look around it. They're all painted in absolute green, which I think is a great colour for them. And you may even see transporters full of these, because they're arriving in dealerships as we speak. there are convoys of transporters going up and down the UK with these green Twingos on. So if you see if you see one, take a picture and send it to us. We'd be keen to see it. So yes, 100 Twingos in the UK.
We're getting one for a day. We're doing a twin test with it next week. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to put it up against, but we're doing a twin test with it because we planned the whole thing, and then it was like, oh well, we don't have any right-hand drive ones, so it's fine. We will send you Christian from Renault PR to kind of keep an eye on you while you just drive the left-hand drive version. So we are going to, next Tuesday, have a go in the left-hand version on British roads, which always confuses my brain.
Have either of you two driven it on a launch?
No.
Jenny bagged those, didn't she?
Yeah.
Vicky's driven it as well. Nikki's driven it and Vicky's driven it. Yes. So
you had to be an E. You had to be a Nicky or a Vicky. I had to see.
This makes sense.
Could have been a Mickey.
Maybe
if I was a Mickey, I could have got to go in it.
Well, the twin test, I'm bringing along my mate Harry, so this kind of makes sense. Harry, Nikki, Ginny, but also because I think it's funny because he's 6'5", and I think
so
it'd be
average
funny
height.
to put him in a
You
Twingo.
could have invited me. At least I work for Electrifying. Why did you bring an outsider in?
I also want to see him panic driving a left-hand drive on UK roads. So that's what we're filming next week. So
while we're talking about French manufacturers doing well, can I mention, because I love delving into the figures for what brands have sold and what they haven't sold. There's one French brand hasn't done terrible. Do you know how many DSs have been sold this year? Yes. Actually, I'll rephrase that. Do you know how many DSs have been registered this year? Because there's quite a difference, I'd imagine, with DS.
I know this, so I'm not going to answer your question.
Right. So when I think of DS, I always forget about DS. Like if you were to name all of the Stellantis brands, DS is the one I always forget and never mention. The only time I ever think of DS is if I'm thinking of Formula E. That's the only time I kind of go, oh yeah, DS. Oh yeah, of course, DS Penske.
Is this long intro your way of doing it while you're Googling it as well? I can't hear any keyboard.
I can't Google one-handed. If I do this, then it's proof that I'm not Googling.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
I think in the UK, DS have sold 6.
It's not that
come on.
bad.
No, it's not that bad.
like 500 or something?
167 year to date. Yeah. And that's registered. So let's say how many dealers have registered demonstrators. How many cars are on the press fleet?
There's
probably at least 20
dozen
on the press fleet, surely.
You'd have thought so, wouldn't you?
The amount of money that DS or Stellantis must be losing on this, because you've got to remember Stellantis have got quite a few DS dealerships. Okay, so when you count the number of dealerships that each car has sold, and the amount of money it cost to light and heat and staff a showroom, and they've sold 160 cars. It is, I mean, come on, when do we confront the elephant in the room here that DS has been an abject failure in the UK, and it will not the situation will not improve. The Chinese have proved that you come in, you build a good car, you price it right, and get it out the door. And DS, how long has it been here now? 10, 15 years, and they still can't sell enough cars.
Do you know what's funny,
just
right?
Get rid of it.
Because I think all of us have a pretty good eye for whenever we spot a press car. Right.
Yes.
Normally, sometimes you can tell by the number plate with certain brands, or sometimes you can always kind of go, well, I know that car's not quite here yet. That's probably a press car. I did a twin test a few months ago with Wookiee, and this would have been about half an hour before I even arrived at the barn. So I was quite far away from the barn where we filmed already. And I spotted in the distance a DS number 8. Ooh. And I went, there's no way someone's bought that. That's 100% a press car. And then turn up at the barn. What was there? DS number 8. It was Wookiee. Okay. I just knew it. I was like, no one's bought number 8.
I know. I'm keen.
Turns out I was right.
I'm keen to drive the number 8 because it's that typical big French car and it's lovely and doesn't make any sense. But when does Stellantis actually have a proper conversation with itself and say, look, it's just knock it on the head.
Yeah.
The Brits don't like it. Brits don't like fancy posh French cars. So
we are wasting our time making this right-hand drive for a country that's not going to buy it.
Yes.
If you own a DS and you love it, please drop us a line because we would genuinely love to hear from you.
Yes.
And what did you buy it with your own money? I think if you get, I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. If you had a kind of user chooser thing, if you had a certain amount of money, and then everything else on the list was a bit kind of dull and generic, and you thought, well, you know what, the company's paying a year in a DS might be quite a laugh for X £100 a month. That's 2%, 3% benefit in kind tax. I'd try one, but I don't know. Obviously, not enough if they've only sold that many a year. I mean, Lotus have sold 680 cars in that period.
Christian at Renault's ringing me. What do you think he wants?
Oh no!
Hang on, pause.
Yeah, go on live. Do this live.
Hello.
Hi, Nicola. It's Christian.
Hi, Christian. How are you?
I'm all right. You?
Yeah, not too shabby.
Good. Can you talk for a sec? Or you tied up?
What? Can I give you a call back in about 20 minutes, half an hour or so? Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. All it is just wondering how you're going to get home from the Twingo shoot.
Oh well, that's fine because I mean, are you dropping the Twingo off?
Well, the Twingo is being delivered to you on Monday.
Right.
And then I believe it's going up to the barn.
Yeah.
Filming at the barn.
Yeah.
I'm picking it up from the barn.
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't know this, Christian.
Live logistics on the Kilowatt Power
shit.
podcast.
Now, the thing is, I'm coming down in a car, and you can take that if you like.
What are you coming down in?
I'll get this.
Yes.
R4 plan suit.
Oh, now we're talking, Christian. Okay. And then someone can just collect it from my house after that.
And collect it from yours.
That'll be
makes
great.
sense.
Let's do that.
I'll let Sarah know. I'll tell Sarah and say that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. Otherwise, I'm walking home. It's going to take me 10 hours. Yeah,
exactly that. How long do you want it for?
Oh God. Well, it's a plan suit, Christian.
I know. It's bloody cloudy, and I've had it today.
What could I hold on to it for?
Go for a year.
So I'll see what's available.
See what's available, and then text me, and I'll get back to you. Because yeah, that's great.
Okay, then.
Okay,
that's brilliant. We'll do that. I'll let Sarah know, and we'll do that.
all right, marvelous.
Right. Brilliant. I'll speak to you soon.
All right, cheers, Christian.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I love
Feel
that.
free to keep all of that in the podcast. Turns out,
This is live
getting a
logistics.
little Renault 4 plan suit coming.
People
There you
see how
go.
the magic works now. This is great.
This is logistics. I didn't know that the Twingo was coming to my house.
No. You missed the chance to say we could go in for next year when you want to collect it. You should have just hit it.
Next year, yeah.
Well, I was told Christian was turning up with the Twingo. Otherwise,
Yeah, it would make sense if it was
Yeah.
collected from the same place it was delivered, wouldn't it? But anyway.
That is bizarre.
Anyway, there we go.
Are you
Yeah.
are you doing the EV2 launch, Nicola?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'm turning up in a planned suit, and we're doing a twin test apparently.
Oh, are you? That's so interesting.
Hang on, is this a podcast or a production meeting?
Sorry.
We'll work this out. We decide what
Should we
we're
go
doing
back
here.
to what we should
I
actually
think
be
we
doing
ought
on the
to,
podcast?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I do have a message. This is buying advice, please.
Okay.
So this is from Emma O'Neill 579, who says, I am looking for my first EV. I want something small. I currently have a 2015 Toyota Aygo model. I used to love the Aygo. Sponsors T4, remember that? Which was bought from new and the only car that I've ever owned. I would now like something that cannot be overtaken by passing butterflies.
I love that. What a great
I've had a test drive in the Honda Super N, but it was a bit grim and the suspension felt very crashy on UK roads. The other car I've looked at is the Hyundai Insta, but is this car still relevant or is it being surpassed by other brands? The car would be on salary sacrifice scheme in the UK, also trying to look at something with a reasonable range as I don't have access to home charging.
Well, I think
Test drove the Super N. Jealous.
Yeah, I think we know the answer, don't we? I think Emma needs to go down to her local Renault dealership and have a look at a left-hand drive Twingo.
I think that's a shout. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued at why the Super N was grim. That's interesting.
I haven't driven it.
No,
Have you
not
driven
the
it?
time. No.
No, but it just gives bad ride vibes, I think. I don't know. I just don't. I
She's
know.
giving bad ride vibes.
I just don't. I know. I kind of had in that intro to the Honda WN7 pieces, and so much as Honda's car efforts really strange, aren't they? So
Yes.
it's kind of like, they had the Honda E that was lovable but useless, and then you got the ENY one which was useful but not lovable, and you got this Super N, which where have they dragged that from? It's literally
the Super N.
It's such a strange approach to electric.
It really is, isn't it? And the thing about the Super N, I think this is another example of journalists going a little bit mad.
Yeah.
Where everyone's raving about it, but is anyone actually going to go into a Honda dealership and buy a car that does look like a granny mobile? Let's face it, it's cool, but it also looks like something somebody with a blue rinse would drive.
Okay, but I quite like how it looks. Don't hate me for saying that, but I quite like a random box.
But were people seriously going to overlook a Twingo or a whatever? I can't think of another example off the top of my head. I've just got Twingo on the brain.
Like another Twingo or a different type of Twingo.
I don't know. I do hate it. I haven't driven it, but from my gut feeling is the Super N. I understand Emma's view here. It's not the ideal choice, really, is it?
I think a Twingo is a really good shout for Emma. I also think in terms of sort of size-wise, I mean, you can also potentially look at the Renault 5, but also at the same time, don't knock an E208, you know? I love a little E208, and I know it's about to get updated, so actually you could probably get a good deal on what is quite still a small car with a decent range and quite good fun.
But she's asked about an Insta, and is it kind of surpassed by? But I'm not sure it is. I think Insta's a really good package.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, if you're moving up from an iGo, and in terms of width and all those kind of parkability things, I think an Insta would be a good shout for that.
I haven't driven the Insta still.
I've driven one a while ago, but it was. I wouldn't say it's been. I think what Emma is driving at is it kind of a generation old or anything like that? I mean, it isn't. I mean, it's. I still think it'd be relevant. I wish I could get my mum and dad to buy an Insta because it would suit them perfectly. My dad's got a Smart #3, which he moans is too big, and my mum's got an old Smart, which is too old. So it would be the perfect combination for them. But yeah, I think an Insta would still be a good. I think it's a good shout. I think she answers her own question with that one. I think. I imagine there's quite good deals on it. Because an EV2 is going to be too big, isn't it? EV2 too much like a box.
Yeah.
Even though it is small.
There is, of course, not that again, another car I haven't driven, but the BYD Dolphin Surf. There is also that you could throw into the mix.
It's an option.
But yeah, Insta. I think I agree with you, Mike. I think Emma's perhaps she's answered her own question there, and Insta is the shout. But of course, do bear in mind the Twingo.
Okay. Has Christian phoned you as well? Just told you just answer everything. See if you answer Twingo. If you answer Twingo to the next one, I know he's definitely got to you. Okay.
Right, go on then. What else we got coming in?
Gary Rockwell, who's emailed us in, podcast@electrifying.com. I'm about to go electric. This is Gary talking. It's not me, obviously. I'm about to go electric, and I've been looking at either the Tesla Model 3 and the BMW i4. Ooh. I know that both are getting on a bit now, and I found a great deal on an i4 demonstrator that is almost too good to be true. But I'm a numbers guy, and in almost every department, the Tesla comes out best. I'm also a little nervous about public charging, and the Tesla chargers seem to be in more places. Well, that's my impression anyway. My problem is that I can't disassociate Tesla from its owner. I understand the argument against this, but I'm struggling with the concept of lining his pockets with my hard-earned money. Please tell me that BMW is a good car so I can make this decision once and for all. Well, Gary, I think the answer is the Renault Twingo, obviously. That is the...
Two of them.
Yeah. In all seriousness, though, I'm pleased Gary's emailed us in, because again, the i4 is another car that is easily forgotten about, isn't it? I did a bit of, just before this podcast, I did a bit of Googling, and I was shocked to discover the i4 is actually the oldest car in BMW's range, its current range, which
is it?
It seems amazing, but it actually is. So, Gary, I'm guessing because you mentioned a demonstrator, I'm guessing it's a pretty much of a brand new car. which is good because the i4 got a big update in 2024, didn't it? I think it got a new screen inside, new infotainment. I think the batteries were I think the range was increased. I think, Gary, I'm not going to upset you here. I think the i4 is a great choice, and I possibly would choose it over a Model 3, I think.
And I don't think you can, especially now, you can't use the the Tesla charging network as an excuse to buy a Tesla, because now you can just plug into a Tesla charger. It's a little bit more expensive, but you can still use them in any car you're driving. It's fine.
What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I'd agree. I'm not going to go anywhere near the kind of question of the owner, anything like that, because every time we do, we just get hit by a gazillion people saying they've unsubscribed and they haven't. So I would say, I would have the i4. Politics aside, I just think it's a nicer thing to own. To be honest with you, I just think I find the Model 3 a little bit sparse and austere inside, and if you're basing it on the charging infrastructure, yes, it is, and it is super slick. You plug it in, the car knows it's you. It is brilliant how all that works. But as Nicola points out, you're still paying like less than 50p kilowatt hour at Tesla chargers, and there are a huge amount that are open to public use. For all other brands. Just in case of sort of working that out, someone's drilling your house.
Sorry.
Out of those two, I wouldn't have any hesitation in choosing the i4. So, Gary, let us know what you choose.
Good. That's a hard agree from me. But sorry, we did forget to explain, but I am currently having like a veranda thing put out the back of my house. So occasionally you might hear some drilling, which is probably what you just heard.
I thought you had some flatulence, actually. But
that's my way of excusing the fact that I've just been farting this whole podcast.
there's the clip.
I had beans on toast for lunch. Leave me alone.
Classic meal.
Right. We have got a message here from Nick Godsall. This is from via podcast at electrifying.com. I would like to go electric, but I have a big concern. As an enthusiastic driver, it's not the 0 to 62 times that are important. It's the 40 to 65 times for overtaking sluggards, which is such a good word, by the way. These figures are real-world driving and seem to be unavailable. I have the dread that being unable to change down a gear or two, I might run out of power and face myself stranded on the wrong side of the road. A 200 horsepower ICE doesn't compare to a 200 horsepower EV. I assume that the ICE would be quicker in the 40 to 65 mile an hour range. I have seen 2 reviews of the Toyota CHR Plus, in which one reviewer said that he could run faster than a Toyota. This is a car with 224 horsepower motor. Yeah. The issue is really stopping me from going electric at the moment. What review was that? That's funny. They can run faster than a Toyota.
He does have a point though, because didn't you think this, Nicola? Because we both drove the Lexus ES.
Yes,
Lexus ES Clang again, because I spoke in depth about the ES on last week's podcast. I know. I'm sorry. But it's got that 224 horsepower motor, hasn't it? I seem to remember. And not that you want to be hurled into your seat every single time you accelerate, but for, a £60,000 car, you'd expect a car to have more than 220 horsepower.
You want to feel something.
Yeah, and it's I agree. I think that it's the last bit, isn't it? It's the 40 to 60. It kind of a car with 220 horsepower, and it tends to be quite a sizable car as well. Runs out of puff, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. I would say that, and I answered this. I've answered Nick on email as well. So, but I would say that that's probably a bad example, because I think Toyota almost go out of their way to put low torque, low power motors in quite big, heavy cars. But I think that, if Nick's under the impression that EVs are going to be slow in the mid-range, and they are quick off the line, but most of them do have, a higher torque output. I ran a couple of figures on, Skoda Elrock 85, which is a kind of fairly standard cooking, normal family hatchback SUV, that's got 545 Newton meters of torque. That has a 40 to 62 mile an hour time of 3.2 seconds. Whereas, tell me if I'm boring you,
No.
there's a a 2-litre Skoda Karoq with a 2-litre turbo petrol engine does the same in 4.8. So it's more than it's 1.6 seconds quicker.
See,
So,
that's very interesting.
it's
Maybe
not-
just avoid the whole Toyota Lexus
I would say,
situation.
generally speaking, I've never felt in many EVs that you haven't got enough power to go overtake. I think you know, you're not faffing around with a gearbox dropping down 2 gears, are you, to find the power band, because you're already in it. So
Well, I don't know. I perhaps ignore a Toyota and go for a DS instead. Let's see.
well, I'm just saying
Or
the
a
Toyota
Renault
is
Twingo.
probably not the best example. It's probably the worst example you can find, but other than maybe an Ami or a Fiat Topolino, because you would die if you would try to overtake in one of those. But yeah.
Every EV I've driven or owned or whatever, I've never had an issue.
No, I think Nick's worried that they're a one-trick pony as much as they go up to 60 and that's it. They've got nothing else left in the tank. Whereas I think they do. I mean, that's one of the mid-range punch thing is kind of he's messaged me back, by the way, and he said he's going to try a Mini Countryman.
Oh, that's a shout.
All-wheel drive one, which is about
Perfect.
500 newton meters of torque. I think he's
He'll love it.
He's not going to have any problem with that. No. So there we go.
Very
All
nice.
good. Thank you, Nick.
Right, let's have a look at some of the comments from last week because I did listen last week. Actually, it was a good podcast.
Oh, yeah. Why are you saying that as if we should be surprised? Aren't you contractually obliged to listen to the podcast? Or I thought I was. But
Yeah, have to listen every week. Sometimes it's torture.
Well, we've had some nice comments. I think I need to start off here because I feel quite touched because I've had 2 very nice comments here, actually. Well, 2, I wouldn't say very nice, but one is nice. Anyway, I'll just get to the point. So at Scanola said, first time listener, which is very nice. Welcome. Hopefully we haven't put you off. Props to Batch. That's a bit of street talk there, props. Props to Batch for being quite funny on the pod. Proper chuckles.
Quite funny. I like that.
There you go.
Which I didn't think I wasn't trying to be funny, but that's
Really
very nice.
of your mum to email in there. That's
Yes,
really sweet.
thanks, Mum.
I think that's a great sentence apart from the word
Mum.
quite.
Quite funny.
nothing.
Yeah, I know.
It's quite funny. It's quite a
Quite
nice
funny.
dinner.
Not outrageous, just
Yeah, quite funny.
quite funny.
Quite funny.
Brought me down there. Brought me down a peg.
Stay humble.
Yes. And Bevolution UK, who frequently
name.
contacts us, thanks very much. Can we have a shout out for Batch's filing cabinet? Proper old school. And that's there. Look.
Oh, yeah.
What are all those notebooks on top of it for?
Wow.
I never noticed that. They're from car launches.
Yes. Well, I'm in a new house now.
But if they're used, why are you keeping them?
No, they're not. They're not used. The
That's a
notebooks.
lot of launches.
If anybody would like a manufacturer branded notebook, please get in
You'll be
touch. I will
forever
gladly.
sending- No,
I'll
don't say
gladly
that
send
because-
them in the post.
Maybe just stop taking them.
Yeah.
I can't. I have this thing with
know.
stationery.
I understand.
You know, look at all these manufacturer pens.
Yeah,
Look, you know,
it's branded. It's free. I'm having it. I get
exactly.
It. I get
I've
it.
got to have it. I've got
Yeah.
to have it. And
I understand.
I'm the journalist who goes round after the press conference and picks up all the notebooks that are left
Yeah.
on the seats,
Oh,
which journalists have left.
I always
I'm
draw
dreadful.
something in it and then just leave it in case someone picks it up and
Yes.
just gets to about page 10 and realise, oh, there's a nice picture of something.
Oh, that's why my one's got a giant penis on the middle side.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
So,
So, yes.
Ginny's on holiday. We
I
just
think it might have been the first P-bomb that we've dropped on the podcast, but there we go.
Yeah, so massive filing cabinet. It's full of car brochures if anybody wants to, is interested. So there we are. Thanks very much.
Right, let's keep going because we're at 48 minutes and we're doing a
well,
really
we'll
bad job of keeping
do this and then we're done. Okay, Mercedes versus Lexus, which was discussed ad nauseum last week, I believe. So at SWR112 says, you have to give credit to that warranty of 10 years on the Lexus ES. Did you give the credit to that warranty when you were talking about it?
Yes,
It's
I
very
did.
good, that. Million
Yeah.
miles.
Okay. Urban Strankan, who's again a friend of the show, the new electric Lexus is disappointing. The other side of the argument, I agree, it actually looks quite good, but EV tech underneath is just old. 5 years ago, it would have been competitive, but not anymore. Just look what the Xpeng or Xiaopeng, as we're supposed to call it, P7 Plus offers for half the price. Another good break podcast episode. Keep it up. And finally, at Mike Farmer 82 says, I think Lexus and Toyotas have longer testing to make sure of their reliability, hence being a bit late to the market. I would prefer that.
A bit late? Jesus. They should have released that car about 3 years ago. I mean, they're a bit, we can't say a bit late. They are really late.
I know.
Listen, we've got, I feel bad. We've got so many comments from last week's pod, but we have whittled on for too long. So
we have, we are at 50.
We're at
We
50
can't
minutes
go over an
now.
hour.
So I think, Nicola.
Can we? Although, no, I won't read out any messages, but I also want to just quickly, because I was listening last week, and I want to join in the little mini rant about door handles. Because there's loads of messages that came in about door handles, because the door handles in the Lexus are ridiculous. Why have 2 door handles? If there's already just a working door handle, just use the door handle. Electric door handles don't make any sense. You already have a door handle that works, that opens the door. So just have the normal door handle. Don't add an electric one to then have to add a backup one to make the electric one work, just in case that doesn't work, and then you have to have a backup. Just have a normal flipping door handle. We're done.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. Amen to that. Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
No argument here.
Right, there you go.
Well, hopefully that answers all of the comments that came in about door handles. You've been silenced there by Nicola, so thanks for that.
I was just speaking for the people. You know? I think that's right. Anyway, what are we all doing next ahead of, because there'll be a podcast next week. So is there anything that's coming up that you lot are up to, and then we'll say goodbye?
I'm quite excited. I'm finally going to be driving the Volvo EX60 next week.
Oh, I haven't driven that. I'm so jelly.
I'm going to be driving next week ahead of us, because we're going to be doing a twin test with it, you and I, Nicola, in the next few weeks. I will not give away what car we're twin testing. We are, yes, you need to check your diary more often.
God, no one tells me nothing. When is that?
We'll talk about that off air. But yes, we are doing a video with it at some point. So I'm driving it next week, so I'm very excited. Yeah.
When is this twin test? The 19th of August?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. See, I don't have the car. I wasn't told the cars. I've just got twin test in my diary. So I didn't actually know what the cars were, but now you've told me one of them. So that's exciting.
Fantastic. Yeah. Listeners have got an insight into how things are, how chaotic things are at electrifying.com.
Keep in the phone call about Christian. This is what life is like. Yes. I don't know what's going on. No one tells me nothing. I just rock up and hope for the best. Mike, what are you up to before we say bye?
I'm going to try and wangle myself on this twin test next week, so we want to have a look at the Twingo. So I'm going to try and make any case I can shut up, any case I can to come along to that. But not in the Topolino. I'll tell you that for now.
No, it'll
take a
6 weeks.
Yeah,
it'd be a good feature, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's what I'm doing. So
okay. Lovely. Well done, team. Subscribe and things. Tell your friends about the podcast. Let us know your questions and all the stuff that you want to tell us. If you're an EV virgin, put it in the comment section below. Is that all the things?
Yeah, I reckon.
That's all the things. Okay. Well, then we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.